So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 4 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now the stories I wanted to talk about today includes a PlayStation 5 game update that I hope continues in the future. Days Gone developer, the creative director for the game, has a new game in the works and it's been confirmed. PS Vita 2 quickly comes and goes in the news, and God of War Ragnarok is set to get a state of play next week. It's pretty much confirmed, and you'll understand why I say pretty much confirmed later on in the video. First, yes or no, do you think God of War Ragnarok will win Game of the Year this year or not? I personally think it very much could, despite people putting a lot of praise on Elden Ring. Looking back at 2018, when people thought Red Dead Redemption 2 was going to win Game of the Year that year, but God of War 2018 took home that prize, that was a crazy battle, and it seems like this year could be the same type of situation. I believe Sony Santa Monica is going to deliver something amazing with Ragnarok, but of course that's just me. What about you guys? So comment below, yes or no, if you think God of War Ragnarok is going to win Game of the Year this year or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the first story of the video, a PlayStation 5 game update. The new PlayStation Plus service has launched in Europe yesterday, marking the global launch of the service. Now Sony marked the event with a trailer filled with gaming Easter eggs, as they've done in the past and have become pretty good at. They have a lot of trailers that have really solid Easter eggs thrown all over them. The service overall now has 800 plus titles, according to pushsquare.com, higher than the promised 700 titles Sony announced when they first revealed the service earlier this year. Reception of the service has been great so far, and I hope today's news continues to be the case going forward for all future games added to the service. So in the past, we've had titles that have landed on PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now that were PlayStation 4 titles that received PlayStation 5 upgrades from their respective developers, and those upgrades were free for players who own a copy of the PlayStation 4 title. People who got the game on PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now did not get this benefit. There are maybe a few games that made it through, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, which got a PlayStation 5 upgrade, and people who owned the PlayStation 4 version on PlayStation Plus got the PlayStation 5 upgrade free as well. But usually that has not been the case. So this is something I hope to see more of. PlayStation 4 title Deliver Us the Moon recently got its next generation version, and it's also a title that's on PlayStation Plus. And what do you know? Players of the PlayStation Plus version will also be receiving this upgrade as well, the PlayStation 5 upgrade. This is a nice outcome that I hope to see more of. No more giving PlayStation Plus members the PS4 game and not allowing them to get the PlayStation 5 upgrade, or not providing them with the PlayStation 5 upgrade, especially now that we're on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. I expect us to get the PS5 upgrades. Let's see if this trend continues, but this is another positive example. Now diving into the second story of the video, the PlayStation Vita 2, PlayStation 5 Portable, whatever you want to call it. This was a quick open and shut case, and I just wanted to cover it here just in case anyone saw this tweet but not the follow-up. Recently we had YouTuber Zone of Tech tease what looks to be a new PlayStation Vita or a new PSP, again, whatever you want to call it. Looking at it, it looks like it's a part of a concept. There isn't anything, of course, pointing towards some type of new PS Vita announcement anytime soon. Zone of Tech has done concepts of various products in the past, so that's why a good chunk of people kind of already guessed he was teasing a concept of a new PlayStation Portable. In that post, someone tagged the Snitch, who's pretty much become the top leaker in the game right now. Honestly, the best leaker since I don't know when, but the person who tagged the Snitch asked confirm, simply asking if he can confirm or deny this PS Vita 2 is real. The Snitch replied with, "Sony showcase won't show anything related to that." This tweet gave off the impression to some people that the Snitch teased a PlayStation Vita 2, because while it won't be shown at the upcoming Sony hardware event next week, it could be shown at a future event. The Snitch replied to this specific individual saying, I didn't, attaching a direct link to the Sony showcase story. The Sony hardware showcase goes live next week on the 28th of June. If anyone wants to tune into that, I will be. But this is basically to say that the Snitch did not try to hint at a new PlayStation Vita. He pretty much said so himself. But you guys let me know if you want a new PlayStation Vita / PlayStation 5 Portable or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the third story of the video, Days Gone developers' new title. So this was very interesting. This piece of news was very interesting that kind of has people confused on how to feel about this. So ex-Days Gone developer John Garvin, who was the creative director for the game, left Sony Bend a while back, and people were curious what he was up to next. Well, we just got a confirmation he's working on a new game with another Sony veteran, Michael Mumbauer. Michael worked as part of the Sony Visual Arts team for 13 years as the head of the studio. Take note, that studio was the one who started the Last of Us remake before that was handed off to Naughty Dog. They originally wanted to do a remake of 2007's Uncharted, but Sony pushed for The Last of Us. But getting back to the story, the new studio is called Lithos, and their first game is called Ashfall. Now, this is the part confusing people in terms of how they feel about this project. On one side, they want to support the creative director of Days Gone, but on the other, the new game is described as the first true Web 3.0 AAA title for PC, console, and the Hedera network, which uses a native energy-efficient cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency, NFTs, etc. These things have people losing a bit or most or all of their hype for this game. We'll see how this goes. This either succeeds and ushers in a new age of NFTs and blockchain games, or it flops day one. We'll see how it goes. And now diving into the final story of the video, God of War Ragnarok. So this is pretty much confirmed without officially being confirmed from Sony, and I'll tell you why in a sec if you don't know already. Recently we spoke about a possible God of War Ragnarok state of play happening next week because Jason Schreier informed us earlier on that the release date for God of War Ragnarok would be announced in late June. This was followed up by another piece of information from another solid leaker, Tom Henderson, that Sony would be set to announce new pieces of hardware in late June as well. With those two pieces of information out there, and most including myself guess that Sony could have a state of play to include both of these things, maybe even more, or Sony could have a dedicated state of play for God of War Ragnarok, and those products could be a part of a PlayStation blog post, and maybe a trailer could be posted out. Well, Sony have confirmed an event for those products taking place next week on June 28th, as we've already talked about earlier this week, so that leaves God of War Ragnarok possibly set to have its own state of play event. And that's pretty much confirmed at this point. The Snitch, who has a 100% leak streak at this point, they have not gotten anything wrong yet. This, of course, could change in the future. They could get something wrong in the future, but as of right now, they've been 100% on the money. So the Snitch yesterday posted up a GIF with Kratos nodding his head in it, and the numbers 1 and 0 come up, but actually it's a binary code if you look at how many times the number 1 comes up. So it's 1 1 1 1 0. This translates to 30 in decimal from binary. Next week on the 30th is what date? A Thursday, which is when Sony usually has their state of plays. We also had Jason again state God of War Ragnarok's release date would be announced in late June, so this pretty much seems locked for next week. Like I said earlier this week, if Sony is going to have a God of War Ragnarok state of play, they'd announce it early next week, probably on Tuesday. If it's something bigger than that, they'd announce it this week, which literally just leaves today for that to happen. That's probably not what's going to happen. Besides that, the Snitch and Jason, which are already confirmation, or almost confirmation enough, we also have Cory Barlog on troll overload right now, as of recently tweeting multiple God of War related tweets, more so than usual, pretty much torturing the community. He seems excited about something. I wonder what it is. I think we can all guess. But you guys let me know if you're excited to finally get God of War Ragnarok's release date or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. So subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Bring On The Weekend. This is self-explanatory. If you're excited for The Weekend, destroy the comment section with Bring On The Weekend, and I'll definitely hit those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one.